at the end of the national anthems now, the Argentine marching band will leave the field. And both of these teams getting through on 4 points to the quarterfinals, 4 points being 2 wins. So they lost one of their games. The Mexican team lost their first game. And now we'll introduce the players. Gustavo Garcia at number 1 for Brazil. Number 2, William Rodriguez. And at number 3, Renato Junqueira for Brazil.
This will be followed by the Mexican team. And at number 1, Julio Gracida. Again, part of this Gracida Polo family. At number 2, Valerio Aguilar. Again, both Gracida and Aguilar playing off 5 goals. And at number 3, the man who needs very little mention, Carlos Gracida. Again, playing off of 6 goals, but being a former 10-goal player. We're at the second semi or quarterfinal stage here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. Defending champions Hong Kong, China are through, having defeated the United States in a penalty shootout. Mexico now to face Brazil in this second and final match of today's play. Again, I think we can anticipate an equally exciting quarterfinal here with Brazil versus Mexico.
Well, look, Tori, the Mexican team have gone from strength to strength. They lost their very first game here on the snow way back at the beginning of last week, and the next game they got a little bit better. Carlos started to understand the snow a little bit more and got used to his ponies. And then the last game, it was actually quite a commanding win for the Mexican team. But the ball's now been thrown in, and the ball is with Mexico, and it is Aguilar backing it across to the number 3, Carlos Gracida. Big neck shot towards the goal mouth. Good little approach shot, but still a long way out from home. Now, near side required there for Brazil. Rodriguez brings it around. William Rodriguez now keeps the ball. Nearly hooked out of it by Julio Gracida. Now Carlos waiting for the right time to play the back shot. Couldn't quite get it. And it's Junqueira for Brazil taking it around the long way. Junqueira still got to get past Aguilar of Mexico. Now keeps it alive, tries to keep the ball out in front. Who's going to clear it here? Julio Gracida does, but there's no one there because all of Mexico is pushing forward in attack, in defense. Now it'll be Julio Gracida claiming the line. Gustavo Garcia with the ball, the number 1 for Brazil, backing, coming off the chest of the Mexican horse for Aguilar. Oh, gets the ball out of the top of the bounce, but it's gone a little bit to the right, which is putting it into the far pocket of the field, making it very hard for Mexico to score from here. Can Julio keep the ball forward now? It is Junqueira backing it, comes off the chest of Carlos Gracida's pony, and the ball has gone out over the back line.
For those playing number 2 for Brazil, William Rodriguez, for some of our polo enthusiasts, also a member of the Sao Paulo team that figures prominently in some of the more popular medium goal tournaments in South America.
Very strong, the Sao Paulo team, and a lot of that would be thanks to this guy, but there, unlucky bounce for Brazil. Oh, doesn't look good for Mexico here. The whistle's gone, and it looks like it might be Julio Gracida has copped the mallet on the elbow or on his arm in the follow-through. He was in front of Rodriguez when he hit that ball. And if we just have a look at the replay, you'll see Julio Gracida there, and the mallet has come up and hit him in the arm after he's hit the ball. And he is in all sorts of trouble out there.
He's trying to ride that injury off. Again, fortunately, every team has a reserve player. In this instance, for Mexico, Diego Solorzano.
Oh, it's hit him on the forearm, I think. And he's waving his arm. It's not broken. He says, I know you didn't mean to. It's okay, my friend. Just don't do it again.
Camaraderie between these two teams.
Ball's been thrown in, and it's now come out with Rodriguez for Brazil on the attack. Opens the shoulders. Can't get it. The ball spins on the spot. Gets a bit of a Doesn't hit the ball cleanly now. Gracida leaves it behind for Aguilar of Mexico. Brings the ball around. Gets past Junqueira. Big ride off Junqueira on Aguilar, but Aguilar comes up with the ball now. Gracia backs it across. Who's first one onto it? Rodriguez now for Brazil. Gets hooked out of it by Carlos Gracida. The white helmet, the famous white helmet of Carlos Gracida. Back shot now by Aguilar. Junqueira for Brazil, spinning on the spot. Now, I hear solo, which means they're selling Julio Gracida to take it himself. But he's being hard ridden by Junqueira of Brazil. Near side, Rodriguez, and umpires blowing the foul.
Looks like a foul against Brazil. Mexico claiming possession.
So, Tori, you might not see here. Big ride-off on the boards. Back shot there by Garcia of Brazil. But it's very difficult to tell the line. But you'll notice with Carlos Gracida, you'd never see him in this snow polo. He's been very cool and calm, and you don't see him rushing around and doing, you know, difficult plays. He thinks about his polo so much and puts his horse into the right position all the time.
He is a true veteran and leader on the field. Just overlooking the field, I see Julio Gracida, his nephew, still grasping his forearm. Hopefully he'll have no lasting injury from that inadvertent hit with a mallet. But Carlos Gracida taking his first penalty for Mexico.
Hits it pretty cleanly, and
it goes to the left, however.
Judge, yeah, saying it's gone wide.
And therein lies, you know, the issue with hitting it high. As we spoke earlier, you're saying the wind catches that really light ball and can hook it left or right of the goal mouth.
It's the better of two evils, I suppose. And here we go now with Brazil on the attack, but not being able to convert now. Nice back shot there by Julio Gracida. Doesn't seem to be affected by the injury to his arm. And now Rodriguez for Brazil was looking to turn it, but a very quick ride in there by Carlos Gracida forced him to back that ball across. And now it's Rodriguez looking to hit the ball up to Garcia and Junqueira of Brazil. Junqueira gets to it, but it's not enough, and Aguilar of Mexico backs it now. Bit of a melee. Carlos Gracida backs it. Unlucky for him, hits the shoulder of the pony in front of him. Now Julio Gracida hits it big, but it's gone wide to the right. Again, got a little bit of curve on that. And it will be Rodriguez bring it in from the back line after we have a look at this replay.
Carlos Gracida playing the man off that ball, giving Julio a shot on goal.
Junqueira now. And Garcia peels around behind him and takes the ball around behind Aguilar of Mexico. He hits it quite high, and it's gone up into the crowd. So
up into the second tier of our marquee here.
There you go.
Both players trying to assert themselves early in this match. A lot of it being played in the Mexico half of the field.
Rodriguez is it. It is the number one, Garcia for Brazil, just keeping the ball on the end of his stick, but he's still got to get past Carlos Gracida, who intently watches it. Goes over the, oh, looks like it's goal time for Brazil. Carlos Gracida was very happy to watch that go over the back line, and you'll see here he is. Garcia weaves his way through, only one to beat, but it is Carlos Gracida. So he sets the ball up, and then he just slips around in behind Carlos and just pops it through the goal. So a great goal there for Brazil to open the account.
I think he caught Gracida by surprise with that goal.
Well, exactly. I think Carlos didn't expect him to do that, but oh, and Carlos not being able to convert there, came off his pony's leg.
And Mexico quickly trying to counterattattack after that Brazil goal.
At the other end of the field, he needed that one to go through to stay in it, and with 30 seconds sounding on the shot clock, it's now Brazil up by 1 and on the attack, but well inside their defending half. Gracida turns the ball, probably 40 yards out from goal now. Still a long way wide to the left. Big ride off there by Junqueira. Now who's there? Julio Garcia backs it towards the, but doesn't get enough distance on it. It pops up in the air. Now Julio Garcia gets another shot at it. The hand is up, and they've equalised right on the hooter. And he's still clutching at that arm, so he's taken one for the team.
It looks like that just went to the left, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually, no, I stand corrected. It did go through.
You watched Chris Bethel's arm was up. The umpire, they saw it clearly. And it was a goal to equalise for Mexico.
And Brazil, I think, very lucky during that first chuck of this quarterfinal. The ball was entirely on the Brazil half for most of that chukker. So we're at 1-1 in the second quarterfinal at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. We'll take a short break and return to more action.